Hello everyone, welcome back to Mrs. Dre Food channel. Today I am going to show you how I prepare my no stress tasty Ghanaian beef and fish waakye stew. So let's get started. So for this recipe I am going to use beef brisket, and you know how much I love beef brisket because of the fat, and it is also so soft. So I'm going to be using about 1.5 kgs of beef brisket, and now I'm cutting some of the big meat pieces to make it easier to chew for my little kids. All right, so the next step is to wash your meat and make sure you wash it properly, because you never know where this meat has been to, so it is very important to do it. And I'm washing it with cold water. Next, for the meat preparation, I am going to cut one onion roughly, because I'm going to blend it along with one thumb size fresh ginger and one scotch bonnet, and you can use habanero if you like, but this is just for the meat preparation. And I am also going to add garlic, but this time I'm using garlic paste, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of it. For the seasoning, I'm going to add 2 maggi cubes, but if you don't like maggi cubes you can just skip this part, but this is how I like it. And then I'm going to be adding some all-purpose savory seasoning, and I don't know if you have noticed, but this is one of my favorites these days, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. And then I'm going to be using my sankofa stew and gravy seasoning, and again, if you haven't got this one you can skip it, it's not that important, but if you do, just add 1 packet. And of course I'm going to be adding some salt, and I'll be adding 1 tablespoon. Now I'm going to add my beef flavor stock, and for this recipe I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoon. If you don't have this one, you can use beef cubes instead. And then last but not least, I'm going to add 1 cup of water. So now everything is ready, and I'm going to blend it, and this time I'm using my hand blender. I don't know what's coming over me, but I'm becoming lazy these days, and having this quick hand blender is easy for me and quick. All right, so now I'm going to pour it on my meat, and then I am going to stir it and cover it and leave it to steam for about 20 minutes on a medium heat. Alright guys, so this is my meat here, and it has been cooking for about 10 minutes, and I'm just giving a little stir. So in the meantime, I have also roughly chopped 2 onions, and now I am going to add oil in my cooking pot, so about half a cup, and then I am going to fry my 2 roughly chopped onions. Okay, and I'll give it a stir and leave it to fry for about 4 to 5 minutes. So in the meantime, I also have here 2 scotch bonnet peppers, 2 onions, 2 thumb size ginger. I've got 4 garlic cloves, and that's it. So my onions are fried now, and I am going to take it out from the oil and keep it aside for now. And now I am going to deep fry my beef briskets, and of course I am using the same oil I fried my onion in. Okay, so fry the onion for about 5 to 7 minutes, or until you are happy with the color of the meat. This is how I like it. So now it's ready, and I am going to take it out of the oil, and I'll put it back later on. Alright friends, now I'm going to blend my ginger, garlic, pepper, and onion with some of my beef broths. So do exactly as you see here. I'm just adding 1 full cup of beef broth to my onion, ginger, garlic and pepper. All right, and I am going to blend it. So this is one of the tip. If you want your waakye stew to taste very good, blend it with some of the meat broth, and I guarantee you, you have one of the tastiest and perfect Ghanaian waakye stew. Trust me on that. I have tried so many different ways of preparing this stew, and so far this is one of the best. So now keep it aside and fry 2 sliced medium-sized onion, and always in the same oil. There's no need to change it. Give it a little stir, fry for 2-3 minutes, and then you can add in the pepper mixture. All right, next give it a little stir and leave it on to fry for about 3 to 4 minutes on a medium heat. I am now going to add my tomato puree, and I'll be adding about 200 grams, and leave it to fry for about 3 to 4 minutes. And in the meantime, I have got here 2 cans of plum tomato, and I am going to add my fried onions to it. So this is why I ask you to keep it on the side. And now I'm going to blend it with my hand blender until it's very smooth. And this is it. It is ready now. Okay, so now we are going to add this to our stew. All right, okay, so let's add our blended tomato and fried onion to the stew, and then we are going to give it a little stir and leave it to cook for about 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, we are going to add our meat broth. Remember, we use 1 cup of it to blend the onion, ginger, pepper and garlic. Okay, so give it a stir, cover it and leave it to cook for about 10 minutes on medium heat. All right friends, so this is my waakye stew now, and it's starting to look good. The oil is beginning to settle. I'm just going to stir it, reduce the fire, and add 1 small size maggi cube. Stir it one more time, and then at this time I am going to add my fried beef brisket to it. So this is the perfect time to add it. Now give it a little stir, and then I am going to add 1 more seasoning, so not too much for this stew. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of beef flavoring stock. That is it. This is all I'm adding for this stew. And then I'm going to add some boiled eggs to it, which is optional. You can also deep fry the boiled eggs. I sometimes do it like that and it tastes awesome, but I just wanted to keep it simple this time. And I also had some fried tilapia in the fridge, and I said, okay, why not add it? It's going to taste very good, and this is going to be an assorted meat Ghanaian waakye stew. And tibibia wumbi, you will fish, you will nentrinam, you will kosua, bibia wum. So I'm going to stir it, leave it on for about another 10 minutes on the lowest heat possible to cook, uncovered this time, and then my waakye stew will be ready to enjoy, guys. And of course, my waakye is here. I prepared it without leaves, and this is my stew now. Look at this. And one on a waakye stew, and one on it's ready. It's time to enjoy, guys. So thank you all for watching this quick, nice and easy recipe with me. I'll see you next time. Subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.